Welcome to the Life Daytime Talk Show.
This is your life to live. Be happy, be proud.
Hello everyone, welcome to season 2. Yes, you heard that correct. We're now in season 2 of the Life Daytime Talk Show. I'm your co-host Patricia Whitfield.
I'm Tanisha Craig Stewart.
And I'm Lisa Cook.
So ladies, how was your 2022? The ending, your New Year, Christmas, how was it?
It was amazing. 2022 was an epic year for so many reasons, but I am thankful for the Life Daytime. To know that we're in season 2 is a blessing, and I know this year is going to be bigger, better, greater for everyone attached to this show. So I'm thankful, I'm excited for what's to come.
And I am as well. 2023 is getting off to a good start. I'm really blessed. My family's blessed, and that's all you can ask for.
What about you, Patricia?
It was awesome. I prophesied that thing from January of 2022. I told my husband it was going to be a good year, and it definitely was. So I'm just thankful and just ready to see what God has in store for me this year.
Yes, indeed.
So today we have a special guest joining us, Miss Mia Bell Grant. She's an entrepreneur, newlywed, and all about woman empowerment. She'll be joining us right after this break. Stay tuned.
Hey, this is your boy, Bishop Michael L. Smith, pastor of New Covenant Christian Center at Jericho International. You're now watching the Life Daytime Talk Show. Tune in.
Welcome back. We have our special guest, Mia. Hey, Mia.
Hello, ladies. How are you? So kind of tell us a little bit about who you are. For those who don't know, you do so many great things. You wear so many hats, and you make it look so graceful. So just kind of tell us about who you are.
Well, I am Mia Bell Grant. I am an entrepreneur. First, I am a mother. I am now a wife. Thank you, Jesus. I'm doing so many things, but it's not me.
Yes.
It's God. It is the anointing of God that allows me to do these things, and it looks effortlessly.
Yes.
And so I'm just grateful to be here. I feel like I know each and every last one of you guys because I tune in to this show, and so I feel like I know everything. Not everything about y'all, but I really, I've been tuning in, so I really feel welcome.
Yes, well, you are welcome. And thank you so much.
Well, 2023 is off to a good start, y'all. Happy New Year to our viewers and to my beautiful co-hosts. I miss y'all. But what about 2022? I mean, was it a year where you just kind of felt empowered to come into the next year? Or are you kind of glad it's in the rearview mirror?
Me, I have mixed reviews. Don't get me wrong, it was an awesome year, but we experienced 2 losses in 2022 that really affected the family. So I'm grateful for everything that God did for me in 2022. I told my husband it was going to be awesome. It was. He did move a lot in my life, but then at the same time, things are just not the same when you lose pertinent loved ones in your life.
Right.
So I'm grateful for it and excited for 2023.
Yes, absolutely. I'll say for me, 2022 was a learning year. I had a lot of great things happen, but I had a lot of tests. Tests as far as just who I am, being confident in Christ, and then not trying to nook if you buck. I was tested a lot with different disagreements or confrontational things in different organizations and people work. It was a transitional year for me too. And I came out, like she said, and we made it. We made it to another year, and so I'm really proud of how I handled situations.
Yes,
so I know that I'm more than equipped to really handle this year, whatever God has for me. So it was a learning year for me.
Did you pass those tests?
I passed. Look, I ain't make no 100%, but I did pass. I'm in the new semester.
Hallelujah.
That's how I look at it.
All that matters.
The next semester, I got my tuition paid. I'm right there. So what about you?
2022 was an amazing year. Me and my husband, we do this assignment where we actually set goals January 1st of every new year. And so on the 31st of the ending of the year, we go back and we check off those goals. And so some of those goals were obtained, naturally, but some of those goals were obtained supernaturally.
Right.
And so we identified where, those goals where, we put some faith and work and we were able to accomplish those goals. Some goals we put on there that we did not meet, like weight loss. I didn't put no work to it.
Even no work.
It was all faith. But like those supernatural goals, like even in our salaries, like it tripled, and so we're just so blessed, and we are looking forward to 2023 this year. So we know that God is going to do some amazing things in our lives and in the lives of others.
Well, my year started the first quarter with the mention of a little show called The Life Daytime. And so that's changed me up a little bit, It's challenged me. I love it. I love the ladies I've met doing it. And then, of course, I mentioned before that I have had a 25th year wedding anniversary celebration last year. That took so much out of me. But it was very rewarding as well, and so that happened. And then toward the end of the year, I kind of spent time with family, traveled a lot unintentionally due to illness, that kind of thing. But God came through, and everything's well.
Amen. We're here talking about life, talking about goals. So as you can see, we have all this lovely equipment set up for us to create our vision board party. So we'll be working and talking at the same time, putting together our own very special vision board. And you can put a board together too.
So one way that I think that you can have a better year than last year is doing exactly what we're doing today, and that is writing it down, making it plain, making it visible. So if you're like me, I need to see my goals. So even if you don't have a physical board, put it in your notes on your phone. Put those images, hit those screenshots, and make it visible. So what are some things, Mia, because I know you're an awesome woman of faith and works, how do you make sure that this year is better than the last?
So one thing that I do, and I think that others should do as well, is I have this saying called God plus goals. I don't want to do anything in 2023 where God did not design me to do those things, because sometimes you'll be like a hamster, like just running and running and running and running, trying to accomplish this and get a bag and do all of those things. But I don't want to chase after those things that are not for me, I want to chase after those things that God has orchestrated and designed. It's for Mia. Got my name on it. Not Tanisha. I don't want Tanisha stuff. I want Mia stuff. And so that's how I do it. I pray, I fast, and I just spend time with God the first beginning of the year just to ask Him, what do you want me to do this year? And God for souls. That's how I orchestrate. Yeah.
And even with our goals, I love how you said earlier, not procrastinating, like writing it down. So how do we maintain that timeline throughout the year? Because you said you had some personal goals you and your husband planned. So what are some things you can give our viewers on not procrastinating in this season?
Stay off social media.
But we're on social media, so we want you to be on social media for us. But get off of it.
For me, that is my biggest holdup. I will sit on social media all day and not get nothing done.
My mind.
And then when I hear my husband turning that key in the door, I'm like, oh Lord, I ain't clean, I ain't cook, I ain't do nothing, and I know he gonna have something to say. So my thing to stop procrastinating is limit my time on social media, so I only give myself now an hour instead of 20. And then just making sure that I'm writing it down and I'm sticking to it. I'm holding myself accountable this year, because last year I didn't. So I want to make sure that I reach every goal that I have set for 2023.
I love that. Lisa, so instead of procrastinating, how do you move life forward? How do we keep moving with life and life obstacles? Like we said, we all have different obstacles that we face, family, career, children in your case. So how do you keep it moving?
I think just moving forward with mindfulness, and just having goals ahead of you, and just being mindful as you're going through to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish, Be mindful.
I love that. So as we're working, we hope that you're working too on your vision boards. And remember, if you don't have the real physical material, put in your notes, put in your phones, make it happen this year.
So in 2023, we're tossing out all the toxicity. But specifically, I want to start off by talking about marriage. What can we do when it's time to end those toxic relationships?
Ooh. Man, we're gonna toss it to you. We want to give you, hospitality today. So, how do you know when to cut? Let me use my scissors. How do you know when to, how do you know when to cut it off?
Well, I was actually married before I got married this second time, and so sometimes it'll be a true to death do you part because he'll kill you. And so I was in a physically abusive marriage, and I tried to make it work, but I was asleep one night and I heard God told me it was over. He was like, this is it. Because typically you guys start off on the same page, but if he's not involved and you're not, you guys go in, different directions. And so if it's physical abuse, if it's mental abuse, I would definitely say seek wise counsel, guide, separate if it's physical to where, the putting of the hands or whatever. But again, God, he'll let you know, and then you'll have a awakening to say, I can't, like in my marriage, it was so abusive, so I was like, I can't do this no more, God. So
Tanisha, what are your thoughts?
Same with Mia as well. If it's anything that's harming you, physically, mentally, emotionally, a lot of people think abuse is just a physical thing, and it's not. If it has drug abuse, substance abuse, all those things kind of go into what can really make a marriage toxic or not safe, unsafe for you, your children. There's a lot of things you have to think about when you're in a marriage. So even also financially, if your spouse is a gambler and can't get it under control, and you sleeping with the candles, that's another thing too. Like, that's abuse to me. I'm sleeping with candles. And not no romance, I'm talking about just candles. But seriously, like, if your spouse might not be able to manage a home, you're coming home to no furniture, like, you have to kind of look at some things and say, you know what, like you said, God intended marriage should be a certain way, a certain standard. And of course, if you have children involved, I think that just creates even more awareness of how you need to protect and make sure the environment is safe and whole. So watching those signals, like she said, it might start off peaches and cream, but my number one thing is being safe and having your children safe in that way. What's best for you?
In the end, I think that your soul will tell you. Everybody's going to go through some things in marriage. You're going to have ups and downs. That's what it's about. It's going to happen. I don't care how good people you are, but I think that. With me, I always try to say if there are two people working, then there's hope, But like you said, in terms of abuse, verbal, physical abuse, or even cheating, some things can come back from, sometimes you can come back from cheating. But, for some people, cheating is a deal breaker. So, I think you should just see what your spirit tells you. See what your soul tells you. Just like you said, God is going to let you know.
He will. He will.
I done divorced my husband about 3 times. Packed my bags, put it in the car. And he was like, where you going?
Right, come back.
I said, the Holy Ghost told me to leave.
Oh, no! Wrong for that.
But no, yes, I agree with everything that the ladies have said. You just have to feel it. You have to know your spouse. And a good thing that a pastor always said, that when I went to not a pastor that I know, he personally said, cover your ears and only look at half of what you see out your eyes. So keep everybody out your marriage. You know what's going on in your marriage. So if you feel, not what other people are telling you about your spouse, but what you feel on the inside, then that will lead you to the answer that you need to make in regards to your marriage. And all these crazy celebrities that are getting divorced, like, what's going on?
Yes.
Is it a publicity stunt, or are they really getting really getting a divorce? For example, Corey Horwick and Tia Mowry. Oh, I've loved them together.
Yes.
Like, I just can't believe that they're actually getting a divorce.
Yes.
Yeah, and then there's Kim Kardashian and Kanye. They officially divorced as well last year.
They need to.
No, don't do no more Kanye. He's been through some things.
Yeah.
I love Kanye.
Me Me too.
But
Me too.
He's gone through some things, and I will say this: y'all can say whatever about Kim, but she held him down.
She did.
She went to the mountains for how many months? She went to those mountains and went up there with him. No, she went to those mountains with them kids, and she really tried. In my opinion, I think she really tried. I really think she tried.
She did.
And I saw an interview where she talked about how difficult it is to co-parent, but she doesn't speak ill about him.
Yes.
And I respect her for that, because she said, my children, that's still their father.
Right.
So I have a lot of respect for Kim. Y'all can say whatever, but to me, I think she did it in such a graceful way.
Yeah.
But they're officially divorced now.
Oh, and that mess of a public that was Derek Jackson and his wife Denia.
He made a fool out of her.
He did. He
I
did.
I used to like those videos, and you know,
Of him?
Yeah, and he gave good advice, but I mean, he wasn't taking it.
He was not.
Using it at all. And to come on TV and make a public mockery of your wife the way
I didn't like that.
And why she had that bonnet on her head?
She looked like Harriet Tubman.
I wanted to say, if you need help, wink 2 times.
She was captive.
Right.
I heard
This no wife.
submission and holding my man down.
No,
like,
she was serious.
she was holding him down.
She ain't have no foundation on.
No.
And in that instance, I probably wouldn't even have come on camera,
Me
but
neither.
in the
She
instant
probably
where I
was
hold
forced.
my man down, I
She was
would have come
probably
correct.
forced.
You know?
Exactly.
They would have said like, ooh, why would he cheat on her?
Correct.
How could he?
Yeah,
Okay.
Now everybody like, well, I see why.
They were like that. The internet is undefeated. Internet is undefeated.
Internet 1007.
Exactly.
Me 0.
And sticking with toxicity, what about toxic friends? You know, you gotta watch people, you know, who clap when you're, you know,
Winning.
Exactly. You know, how do we know when to cut somebody off or to forgive them? You know, they say that women in romantic relationships will forgive 100 times and then, you know, get rid of a friend after one mistake. You know, how do you kind of identify those frenemies in your midst?
I would definitely say that the way that they, let's say something big just happened for you, right? And so the way that they may congratulate you, if they congratulate you, or if you're a person that's always pouring out, reaching out to that person, and you're not getting that same reaching out for, and so this year it's like, if you're not depositing something in me, then you're not about to get anything out of me. Not 2023. I think with women too, jealousy plays a role too. Like Tanisha may be here today, but then she's working on her goals and now she's here. Instead of just embracing her and say, oh, look at my best friend, she winning. It's like, how she get there? How she get that man? How she get that house? How she get that car? You know, and then you just have a feeling as a woman to know when it's over. But I would say don't abandon it. Just let it, just walk away from it slowly, you know.
That's good. Well, I run from it. I just don't have time. And honestly, that's what I really learned in 2022. My time, you can't get it back.
Right.
There's some things literally at the end of the year, just certain situations, look, I'll try to mask it as much as I can because I know we got viewers. But there were some situations where I was like, you know, I can't go to everything for this one person and they don't come to nothing of mine. And so it made me, like you said, I can't be getting all these withdrawals and I'm negative in the account because you're not depositing nothing back. I'm bankrupt. But I'm pretty quick. I don't walk. I just run away a little bit and I pull back, but you know, I still love them. I congratulate them. I learned that too this year. Someone that I didn't have a relationship with, they graduated and I publicly acknowledged her. I publicly honored her and said, I'm proud of you. And so there's ways to still love people from a distance. So that was a big lesson for me last year.
I would say just know your friends. Each friend go through things differently, and sometimes I feel like we forget to check on the strong friends and we think they acting funny and they're actually going through things. I'm that friend, I'm the strong friend, and I withdraw when I'm doing something, you know, powerful, because I don't want nobody mouth on it.
Right.
Because like the ladies have said, people will act like they are happy for you and they don't. So just know that as well. And then you will be able to make that determination about your friends. You know the snakes. You can feel the snakes. You can feel the ones that's truly happy for you. I'm big on that. Like, you can feel those vibes. So learn your friends. And don't let them downgrade nothing that you have, because as humans we like to put little in front of stuff.
Oh, I was gonna say
that's
that.
your little business. Oh, that's your little car. That's your little house. Get rid of them little friends, because them is not your friends. Those are secretly big haters. So that's what I would say. Just know your friends and know when to cut it off, and don't sit there and be a punching bag and just continue to take everything that they're throwing at you, and then by the time the friendship is over, you all beat up and they over there shining and looking good.
Not a bruise.
Yeah.
And that's funny you say that, because I just had to check somebody on that at work. That little thing.
Yeah.
Either give the compliment or go
Or don't say
exactly. Because, you know, like you say, this year in 2023, I am matching energy.
Ooh.
Sit down, I'm gonna see
Yes.
So I really have instances where I have people around me who I just know are not for me. And it's just like, you know, and you know, my husband will be like, well, why don't you just, you know, and I'm like, well, she's okay. She, you know, no more. No more, you know. It was something where it was like, you know, I don't wish you bad. You just can't, you know, you know, you just can't sit at my table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want the best for you, and I really do. People who I've loved before, I always loved you. But sometimes you can't have those people around me. People I want around me. I mean, I have friends right now who, if something's good is happening to me, you know, I could be kind of like melancholy about it. And they like, girl, you better get up. We gonna cheer and we're cheering. You know, that's clapping and cheering for you.
The last thing we want to kind of touch on, we talked about the toxicity of marriage and friendships, but for my single ladies and my single men, there are some red flags we talked about last season, but can we just talk about knowing your value in this season as single people, as married individuals, for those looking for new relationships? Knowing your value, I think, is so important. When you know your value, you know what you're gonna tolerate, and you know what to get rid of, and you know what's good for you, what's not. So, Mia, can you just talk about that revolving door that a lot of people are paralyzed with? You know, being that revolving door in relationships. Like, well, I'm gonna try again, and we're gonna make it work this time, and he gonna do better, and she gonna.
I'm gonna just say, in the dating world, don't settle.
Yeah.
Do not settle. Like, write the vision, like you said in the beginning. Make it plain. How do you want this husband to be, or how do you want this? And you have to date with a goal. When I was single, yes, I was very intentional. If I heard a man say, I don't want to be married, ladies, he don't want to be married. You can't push it on him.
Yes, you
can't make him want to be married. That's one of the, if that's your purpose, is to get married, like, intentionally date. But if you don't want to be married and you just want to have fun, make sure that you tell it to that other person. Look, I'm just dating, you know, I want to have a little fun, whatever, you know, but date with intention. And so if you feel like this certain person is not meeting that criteria, walk away. Get a new date. You're collecting data when you're dating.
I love that.
You know?
And you're dating. You're not married. You don't have no papers yet.
Right.
And I'm big on that. I tell my girlfriends, you don't have any papers. You don't have no papers on you. You can walk away. Men and women, because I know some women that trap too. So men, you can walk away, and women, you can walk away. So like she said, writing your goals down, making them plain, knowing your value. And speaking of value, I need Patricia's opinion on Young, Miami, and Diddy.
Okay.
Because they're showing, is that real dating? They dating real bad, but they not dating, but they go on dates, but they go on trips. But Diddy just had a baby, so I just need you to help me philosopher.
I think they're in an open relationship. I think that's the dynamic of their relationship.
Yes, indeed.
Because, I mean, she's getting all the benefits.
She is.
I mean, it's not like he's loving her in private. Like, everybody knows that they're in some type of relationship, so it's not like it's hidden. But at the same time, I think she gives him the opportunity to do his thing too while she do her thing. And that's important, ladies. When you dating, you don't have to just focus on one man. If you want to date another man and get to know them and then make your decision, I see no problem with that, because we as women oftentimes invest in that one person and he got 5 girls over there. And now you are broken because he done dated all these 5 women and you was focused on him. Nothing is wrong with dating. I ain't say sleeping with them now.
Correct.
I say dating. Getting to know a person. Nothing is wrong with that, because that's the point of dating. You're trying to find your lifetime mate. But that's what I feel like. I feel like they just basically in a glorified open relationship.
Okay. A lot of times we as women, well, hard for me to think back to single days. But we as women, like Mia was saying, you know, we'll hear a man say something and we start to think, oh no, I can change him. Or no, if we date a little while, he'll change his mind on this, or he'll do that. When somebody tells you who they are,
Believe them.
believe them and believe them the first time. Don't go back and forth doing all that extra stuff, because I'm telling you, it's just going to bring you heartache.
Yes, I think K. Michelle said it best. Can't raise no man.
And that's where you insert the song right there. Right there, Reed. Can't raise a man. And so how can we stop people from becoming victims of manipulation, humiliation, and all those other Asians, right? How can we stop that? What tips do you have, Mia, to help people not fall victim to the manipulation that happens in relationships?
Go with your gut. As women, we naturally have this intuition built in the inside of us to say, "Oh, you lying. You was out with that other woman." Like, we have that natural built-in box where we automatically just know. You got, call it out. If it's a spade, call it a spade. Don't be calling a spade a queen.
Right.
Or don't call a spade a king. If it's a joker, it's a joker. Move on.
Oh, I love that. Patricia, how do we cut that? What advice do you have for our viewers?
I feel like you gonna know a person's value. I can work with potential, but I can't work if you just want to sit at home, do everything all day. He telling you he gonna get a job and you 12 months in to 20 years and he's still sitting at home. Yeah, he's not the one for you. You have to know that man. And I feel like love is an action word. So his actions is gonna prove to you that he loves you and he's trying to be a better man for you. If you constantly tell a man you don't like something and he constantly doing it, then that's a red flag for me, because I've expressed how I felt about this situation and you continuing to do it to hurt me, so therefore I don't need you in my life. And stop giving these men more chances than they deserve, because you're going to look up and all your good years going to be gone. They're going to pass you by.
That's it.
And then these men, they don't want nothing old. They getting young. Look at Diddy and Young Miami we was just talking about. They don't want no old one. They want something young.
Fresh.
And I don't know why they going to have a heart attack around them young. That's a different story. But I say just know your man. You know that man. If you've been with him a long time, then you know him. And also, do not let a man lead you on for 10 years talking about they gonna marry you. Give him a time limit, because I feel like in a certain amount of time, you know if that woman is for you or not. I've talked to several men and they always said 6 months to a year they knew whether or not they was gonna marry that woman. So don't let him string you on for 20 years talking about he gonna marry you and you still a girlfriend. And then you ain't gonna even go in the obituary and you gonna be a special friend. That's my little take on that.
Or a close friend. That's a close friend.
That's a little friend.
Close friend of 20 years.
Right.
Take that out. If I'm the daughter, out. Take that out.
And can I insert something? Like in the Bible, it tells you you'll know them by their fruit.
Right.
So you have to do a fruit inspection.
Absolutely.
If you see somebody is lying, he's a liar. If you see that they are cheating, I'm not talking about marriage. I'm talking about like single friendships, whatever.
Right.
He's a cheat. Like, you cannot, and I was telling this to somebody the other day, I was like, you cannot change a person, only God can. And like Patricia led to earlier, she was saying like those women that have, or men that have a desire to marry, like, it's work. It is hard work. And so if you're not trying to do the work, then cut it.
Right.
Look.
Right. All right, well, change it up a little bit, y'all. We believe our words have power.
Yes.
I mean, we have a whole new thing called manifesting. that is out now. Do you think it's just a new age thing, or does it have a lot of validity?
So I do believe that your words have power. God created everything by his words, right? And so he said, let there be, and it was. And so since we are born in the image of Christ, we have that same power. Also in the Bible, it says you should eat the fruit of your lips. Like those things that you speak, you're gonna eat those things. And so if you've been putting positive things in the atmosphere, you gonna eat positive things. If you put negative things in the atmosphere, you're gonna eat negative things. And so what I learned, there's nothing new under the sun. So this manifestation thing, it was done at the beginning, and God, he did it. And so because he did it and we belong to him and we are an image of him, we have that same power, so we can speak to something, and that something has to come forth.
Now we need her cash. We're not even an evangelistic station, but go on, put your cash on at the bottom. Right there, and you get a quilt that comes with it. You get a manifestation quilt for $99.99.
Yes, the power of the tongue.
Life and death is in the power of your tongue. So I am a strong believer in manifestation. Even if you don't see it with your natural eyes, like Patricia said, supernaturally, like Miss Mia said, supernaturally, I see me graduating, walking the stage. I see myself in a new home. I see myself driving this. I see my family whole, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be materialistic. So I am big on manifesting things, even right now. So we want you to take part in that too.
Be mindful of the things that you put in the atmosphere and the things that you say to people. You can be speaking curses over their life and you don't even know it just by what you are saying to that person. So I always believe in speaking positivity into everyone. Everyone around me, they know I'm the cheerleader. I'm the cheerleader of the group. You go, girl, you got this. We gonna do this, we gonna do that. How can I help you achieve these goals? Because you never want to be in a place where you at home and you just think about all that negativity, because nothing but negative has been coming your way. So I try to be that shining light to everyone that I come in contact with. So just be mindful this year. Always speak positivity over yourself, over your family.
Nisha said that she passed her test,
I
right?
passed my semester, hold on the dean's list. Thank
She
you.
said she's on the dean's list. So we gonna play a game just to make sure Miss Tanisha passed her test, right?
Okay.
So the name of the game is Entertain It or Bye Mayne. Like, okay, bye. You got me with that last year, devil. But this year, you're not going to get me with that, all right? So, bye, Mayne. So.
So the first one is, why you laughing at my husband's post? He ain't that funny.
So if somebody inbox you with what she just said on the Facebook.
I think I might entertain a little bit.
That is an Instagram DM or Facebook? No. Oh, that's what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Patricia?
The one side of me is like tell you off, but the Holy Ghost might be like, all right, bye, man. I don't want to entertain this negativity, so I'm kind of in the middle now.
That is a tough one because I'm gonna probably laugh at it like, hold on. And then I'm gonna think about the relationship I have with her husband. And then, I don't know.
So
I don't know. Look, she's trying to test me. You right. I ain't have no study guide for that test, for that question. In this season, I think I would say bye, man. I think I would just swipe left.
you gonna swipe left?
Now, if I have a relationship with her husband, I'll tell her husband, this has been in my inbox.
Right.
You might wanna
Go check that.
But I would swipe left. I think I would swipe left.
Okay.
What about you, Miss Mia?
Well, I would entertain it, but I wouldn't entertain it how you guys think I would entertain it. I would give her assurance, right? Just to say, hey, I'm sorry you felt that way, but you know, X, Y, Z, whatever. I would make it sweet, short and sweet, but make sure that, you know, she has an understanding that I'm just liking the post. Right. That was it.
Do investment opportunities. You're going to pay $250 and get $700. You entertaining it or is bye, man?
That's a scam. You gonna want my numbers, you gonna want my CVS, what is CVC? Cause they gonna want all your information. And it might end up like, I ain't investing nothing. What's the business?
Yeah, it's a buy man.
What's the business? It's a buy man. It's
a scam.
I'm
Bye Mayne on that for sure.
Too much going on.
Bye Mayne. I ain't giving you $250.
No, right. I need my $250. Shoot, it's about to be Valentine. I need all my $250. Sign up for a class to enhance your public speaking skills.
I would definitely invest. So in 2023, I'm investing in everything that's going to make me a better version of me.
I love that.
So if that's something that's going to make me a better version of me, I'm investing. I'm going to entertain that.
I like that. What about you, Miss Lisa?
Definitely entertain for me because that's something I actually need to do and I'm thinking about doing. So definitely entertain. I like you said, I want to be better in this coming year, and so I'm going to entertain things that are elevating and uplifting.
I love that.
I'm definitely entertaining because I feel like that's an area of improvement for me that I can work on. So I will entertain that one.
Well, this next question, well, I'll skip you. I'm gonna go over to Miss Patricia. So if Tanisha was given a discount, right, on her classes, on her fitness classes, what, 20% off, 30% off?
Probably 5%.
30%. She was doing a special. Would you tell her bye, Mayne, or would you entertain?
No, I'm entertaining because I can use some good exercises, some good coaching. Some good coaching, so hit Extreme Life.
Thank you. It ain't no 30%, so don't come messaging me talking about what y'all said 30%.
I ain't say that. I said hit her up though, but she's a good coach. And don't tell her I told you to get the Kimpo discount. I ain't say that.
That's the Kimpo.
Definitely a yes for me. Yes, it's elevating and motivating again for my body. So definitely a yes.
I love it.
Well, let me tell you a little story about Tanisha. Okay. So she was like, look, Mia, here, this is the class or whatever. I'm like, okay, put me in, coach. Let me see you my cash app.
And pay.
Hey, son. She was like, you need to get this material. I went and bought the material from Amazon because I'm investing in me, right?
Yes.
This lady said, Mia, you gotta get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I said, oh, thank you so much.
And she donated a seed. I appreciate that seed. But guess what? This year we're gonna hold her accountable. She's gonna be in that gym.
Yes.
But she gave me that good seed.
I did.
So that kind of leads us to our last one. Here's the number to my plastic surgeon. Girl, he is good, Patricia.
I ain't gonna entertain that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna. It's not that I'm against plastic surgery. I'm just scared. I'm gonna call a spade. I'm scared. That's a lot afterwards. I know people personally, their recovery and being down. And me personally, anesthesia doesn't work with me. In the last 2 surgeries I've had complications. So it's not that I'm against plastic surgery, but it's just like surgery don't work with my body.
It's a serious procedure. It really is serious. Lisa, are you man?
No, we man. Because first of all, some things I want you to give me a discount on. And if you cutting on my body,
I'll pay full price. Let me pay more. Let me tip you, actually. What about you, Miss Mia?
I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna do my research though.
Do my
research first. I'm gonna make sure that they're legit, make sure that they have all of their license, their credentials. I'm gonna ask somebody if they know about them. I'm gonna check out some of the groups. But they are doing this thing called Awake Lipo, and I do want to try it because I have, I don't want to be put to sleep, but I do want to try it. And so I do want to get some of this fat out of me.
I love it.
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra Enterprises. Don't go to them. I don't want to go nothing with Abra or Cadabra. I need somebody legit.
Right.
For real.
So for our manifestations, we have our manifestation jar that we're each going to go through and put manifestations, just a couple of them, that we want to accomplish for the year. And then at the end of the year, we're going to open this up and see how far we've come. What do y'all think?
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Mia, we'd love to have you back at the end of the year when we do that. That would be awesome.
Yes.
Does anybody want to say what they're gonna put in the jar?
I could start. I'll show you one. So I don't have that many friends, but I am willing to open up my friendship circle. I'm willing to meet new people and do some collaborations.
Excellent.
I have a few, but one that I really want to manifest this year is starting my authors mentorship program. So I'm excited. I've connected with so many authors in the past 3 years, and I know it's time. I hear you, Lord. I get so many messages, and I know that I'm assigned to help people birth their books. So I'm excited about it. I'm writing it down. I'm writing the curriculum. So that's a big thing that I want to accomplish this year.
Mine is gonna be my babies. I'm manifesting those babies this year. That's what I'm hoping. That's what our focus of 2023.
Come on,
yes. Babies, because everybody then we spoke about words. People didn't already put them twins on me, so I've already claimed them at this point. So that's my manifestation for this year.
And one of mine is to become closer to God. Do my work, put in my work, and I know that God has been good to me my entire life, and I just want Him to open up new doors for me. So I want to be closer.
That's good. I love it.
Yes.
So wait for that testimony.
Yes, we gonna manifest that thing on out.
Yeah.
So all show long we've been working on our vision board. So now we're gonna go ahead and show our vision board that we created while we've been working and talking. In 2023, remember, don't let anyone play with you. Learn when to end those toxic relationships, because we don't want them to continue to take from us and not make any deposits into us. We want to live out loud this year. Don't let anyone tell you how to live your life. Live your life for you and only you. And don't listen to anyone else. Don't listen to the negativity. Block out the haters. Again, I'm Patricia Whitfield.
I'm Tanisha Craig Stewart.
And I'm Lisa Cook. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our pages.
And thank you again to our special guest, Miss Mia. We have to have you back.
Yes.
Definitely.
Get me back soon.
Bye.